Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Unparalleled Universe for another action figure review, and this is going to be my third review in my series of reviews covering the brand new Comic-Con Thor box set. And this time around we're going to be looking at Malekith, and here's a quick look at the artwork for him. And again, this artwork is very nice. I'm not really sure who does it, but this looks really cool. He's also engaged in this Asgardian battle that they got going on. And then of course at the bottom here there's some text. I wish the text was specific to the characters, but it's kind of just some, general Asgardian kind of stuff. And starting off here with his articulation, his head is able to go side to side, but his hair really gets in the way. But I have no problem with that. I guess that's the way it had to be. His head can go down about that much, and it pretty much can't go up at all. I mean, he could look straight, of course, but that's about it. Can't really lift his head much more than that. And then, of course, you got the ab crunch. And it only goes forward about that much, and then it clicks back a little bit. I'm not crazy about this body. This is the same body as Wonder Man and Capwolf. Then you've got the waist swivel here, but this kind of blocks it. And then this is the worst thing about this body, these big crazy shoulders. These things are really disappointing. But yeah, as you can see, that's as far as it could go, because the shoulder kind of gets caught right here on his torso piece. It starts to like scratch against it. It's really frustrating. But anyways, his arm could go forward about this much, and then this plastic pad is really soft plastic, so it just kind of moves out of the way. And it's not attached to him, it's sitting there loose, so it doesn't really get in the way at all. And then he has upper bicep swivel. And then he's got double jointed elbows, as you can see here. Then he has a swivel at the wrist, and then a hinge at the wrist. And I know this body isn't that old, but it seems like some of the joints don't work that good on it, like his legs. That's about as far as they can split. Like the new Thor can almost do splits all the way, but that's about as far as he goes. And then his legs come forward about that much. Skirt thing doesn't really get in the way because it's kind of all cut up, and it's soft plastic. And then his leg goes back about that much. Then he's got upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He's got a lower leg cut there, so he could swivel back and forth, side to side. And his foot can tilt forward and come up a pretty good amount. And then of course you got the rocking ankles. So the articulation on this body is fine, but I just really hate the way his shoulders are. And Malekith does come with an accessory. He just comes with this big old sword here that he has. And here's a closer look at that. It's kind of hard to see because it's a little bit bright, but they try to go for like a metallic type of look, but it still kind of looks plastic. And you got a gold handle here, but it doesn't look bad. It is a little soft, so it kind of warps and stuff, but it's a pretty cool looking sword. And then for size comparisons, here he is next to the Comic-Con exclusive Dread Knight and the recently released Tombstone. And here he is next to Jackal and Shocker, both from the Sandman wave. Then here he is next to Wonder Man and Captain Britain. Here he is next to the Immortal Iron Fist and Giant Man Thor. And then of course with Mezco Captain America and Raphael from Figure Arts. Here's a closer look at the face sculpt. I'd say the face sculpt is the strongest aspect of this figure. The face sculpt is really nice. I'm very happy with that. Look at that. You got like the elfish ears. You got the nice looking sinister grin. The hair is nice. It's white with like a gray wash. It does get a little sloppy there, as you could see, but for the most part it looks really nice. It's sculpted really good. I like the way the hair looks a lot. So I really don't mind that it kind of gets in the way of his head articulation because it looks really good. And as for the rest of the body, this body is fine. I really liked it when it came to Wonder Man, but I don't like it so much here. I really hate all these loose pieces kind of hanging out. I don't like this shoulder neck thing that just hangs around here. I think I'm going to glue this down because it's really frustrating. These are sculpted on, so I'm happy that these aren't loose pieces, because it's kind of the same pieces they had on Wonder Man, so they didn't really need to sculpt anything new. And yeah, like I said before, this is soft plastic, so I'm happy that it doesn't get in the way, but it's just annoying that it floats around. Same thing with the belt here. His skirt works pretty good though. It doesn't float around too much. It's on there tight, so I'm happy about that. And these look pretty cool. And he's like a dark burgundy kind of color. And I really like the character design of Malekith, and I think that they captured it pretty good. Yeah, like his opposite kind of thing going on, this half and half opposite kind of thing. Kind of sucks. Mine, the shoulder pad on mine kind of got dented, I guess because the way it was packaged or something, but this side looks alright. But yeah, the paint's pretty clean on him too, so that's another positive about this figure. And yeah, he's a very cool looking figure, that's for sure. But for me, you know, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of this body. I did like it a lot on Wonder Man. I was okay with it on Cap Wolf. I kind of didn't like it on Vance Astro. But yeah, for Malekith, I think it looks okay. But I think I would have preferred the Sunfire or Spider-Man 2099 body. And I think that would have just been funner to play with. This body's just not that fun to play with. It's kind of hard to pose and stuff like that. But it looks cool, so I'm very happy about that. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this figure. I think I'd say he's probably my least favorite out of the box set. It's not a bad thing. I don't think that he's a bad figure or anything. I definitely like the way he looks, but the where it kind of fails for me is the fun factor. He's not very fun to pose and play with, mostly because of his shoulders and like the floating pieces of plastic everywhere. But yeah, his shoulders are killer, man. The shoulders on this body are just horrible. But it's funny because like last year Wonder Man was one of my favorite Marvel Legends figures, and then this year this figure on the same body, I don't know, just not doing it for me. I thought that I'd have a lot more fun with it. But like I said, he definitely looks cool, so I'm very happy to have him, and I'm going to be happy to put him on my, you know, my Thor shelf. I think that he's an essential villain that we need for Thor, so it's good stuff. It's mostly positive. I don't think that I'm going to be picking them up and messing with them very often like I would, you know, the Unworthy Thor or Ulick. But yeah, I mean, he's cool. He looks very good. They've definitely nailed the sculpt. His face sculpt is amazing, actually. I really like the way that his face sculpt came out. And again, his overall look just looks really nice. So I am happy to put him on my shelf and check him out. So that's all for Malekith, but be sure to keep an eye on my channel because I still have 2 more figures from this set to review, and I'll be doing that very soon. But yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And thank you very much. Peace.